Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio, and after a long holiday weekend, welcome back to Routine. This is your Bible Bistro, and I'm your baker, Dave Smith, and we're studying Psalm 122 this week. If you didn't catch yesterday's podcast, go back. You can get that on demand in so many different places: Spreaker, Stitcher, Clamor, SoundCloud, Facebook. You can find it on iTunes. You can find it on Tumblr. Go back and you can get it on demand or download it if you'd like. So we're looking today at verses 3 and 4, and we're going to look today at the first two beauties of Jerusalem. I said yesterday this entire psalm is really about the city of Jerusalem. It is the subject. The name Jerusalem occurs 3 times, but the entirety of the psalm is really about it. We began yesterday with the statement, "I was glad when they said unto me, let us go to the house of the Lord." And we talked about the they. Who are the they? And we talked about the feet standing within the gates, and that looking forward to returning to the Lord's house, to standing in that place of worship. Well, actually, in the gates to the place of worship. The anticipation that's being created here in this psalm is it's artistic, it's wonderful, it's powerful, it's moving. And today we find verses 3 and 4, and let me read those from my translation. Jerusalem is a city built compactly together, to which the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord, a testimony for Israel to give thanks to the name of the Lord. So there in verse 3, we have Jerusalem is like a city built compactly built together. Have you ever been to or seen pictures of the city of Jerusalem, especially that area that's known as the City of David? It's a part of the old city, but it's the original city. It's the Jebusite city that David captured. And it's that little thin peninsula that comes down off of Mount Moriah, and it juts out in between 2 valleys. So it has natural fortifications on 2 sides, and then on the back side you have the mountain itself where the temple is built, the Temple Mount. So you have this natural peninsula of a hilltop that just kind of juts out between 2 valleys, and that was the place that David took from the Jebusites. He called it the City of David, named it Jerusalem, placed there not long after he took the city, the tabernacle of the Lord, at least the tabernacle that David built. And he brought in the ark and put it in that tabernacle, and they did sacrifice to the Lord there, and they celebrated feast times there. So this is the city of Jerusalem. That's the place. David took it. He put the Lord's house there, originally the tabernacle. Then later on his son Solomon built his first temple there in the city of Jerusalem. And you notice it says it's compactly built together. There are ancient commentators that say this has more to do with the heavenly Jerusalem than it does with the earthly Jerusalem. This is the city that is united under one banner, and that is the banner of worshiping God. So this Jerusalem is the city that we're being led to. I was glad when they said to me, let us go to the house of the Lord. And then verse 3 tells us we're going to this city that is united. It's compact. It's all built together. It's orderly. So it's the David's Jerusalem. It's also the heavenly Jerusalem. And then you'll notice verse 4, to which the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord. Now I'm going to stop my reading of that 4th verse right there. And I want you to notice the go up. That's our verb that we translate in our superscript, the song of ascent. That's the going up for those, the song for those going up. So this is the verb that's being used in our title, or in the superscript, the title for the psalm, but it's also a verb that mentions the tribes going up. So we're ascending, even in the psalm itself, we're ascending. So, of course, this would be the 3rd ascent psalm, and we would find that. And we have here recorded for us not only this second beauty. The first beauty was the unity of the city, the compactness of the city, but the second unity is that this is the place of worship. So Jerusalem is the place where the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord, a testimony for Israel to give thanks to the name of the Lord. So the tribes are going up to Jerusalem. So this is the second of the beauties of the city. And then tomorrow in verse 5, and we're just going to treat verse 5 by itself tomorrow, we're going to look at the thrones that are set there. That's the third beauty of the city, Jerusalem. Okay, well, hope you'll join me tomorrow. Tune in then for Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.